Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome to the second part, which is lesson 2. And here in lesson 2, what we are doing is we are going to add and configure a flat file connection manager. So what is a connection manager? What a connection manager does is it actually creates a pipeline between the SSIS and the location where the file is located on your machine. So it could either be located on, it could either be a source connection manager or a destination connection manager. But what this does is the connection manager for the flat file for the source connection manager, the source connection manager, what it does is it creates a pipeline, a route between the SSIS and the file in which we are bringing in. Then the destination connection manager, what it does is it creates a route between the destination of that particular file. Where are you taking it to? It will create a pipeline between after you have finished transforming your files and you want to load it into a particular destination. How do you do that? The connection manager is going to actually create a pipeline between the SSIS and the destination for the particular file in which we are bringing in. So here we are actually bringing in a flat file, so we need a flat file connection manager. There are actually different ways to do this, but I want us to walk through these steps that are here, that are outlined here for us. If you read all of this here, it's going to explain to you what you're actually doing in this project here. Don't worry, I'm going to drop all of this link in the description below, so you can go ahead and read it detail by detail on your free time. And also, I'm going to follow these steps here as we go through this video. So here we're going to see how the column names are integrated, as well as see how the data are being mapped. So here we have about almost 4 subheading, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? No, just 3. Is it 3 or 4? 4 subheadings. So one thing you should keep in mind is as the part of the video progress, as the chapter progress, the harder it becomes. But with these particular detail steps here, if you actually pay attention to this, you see that it's very, very easy, and we'll definitely get through it. I am here. If you're confused in any part at all, just go ahead and drop the question in the just go ahead and drop the question in the comment section, and I'm going to respond to you as soon as possible. So here we are adding and configuring a flat file connection. So what's the first step here? The first step here is we should navigate to the Solution Explorer pane. We should right click on the connection manager, select a new connection manager, then we should add it in the SSIS connection manager dialog. We select flat file, then add. As you say in the add SSIS connection manager. So let's actually be doing this one by one so that we can see how this is actually done. So the first part here is we should go to Solution Explorer pane. So this is Solution Explorer pane here. You see we should right click on the on the connection manager. So you see we should do what? If you come back here again, you will see say in the SSIS connection manager dialog. So this is the dialog. The dialog here contains so many kind of sources. So I've told you that the connection manager actually brings, if it creates a pipeline between the file that you're bringing in, whether it's the source, then it creates a the file you're bringing in, then if it's the destination, then it creates a pipeline for the file that you're taking out. So there are different kind of type of files here. So we're actually looking for a flat file. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to navigate through this connection manager dialog. Are you seeing it? This SSIS connection manager dialog here. So we're going to look for a flat file. So we'll look for a flat file. Where is it? Look at it here. A flat file connection manager. So we'll click add. So once we do that, it's going to add. Okay, hold on, for my machine is loading it. So let's come back here and see what happened next. So you say in the flat file connection manager editor. So you see at first it was the SSIS connection manager dialog, and now it has opened an editor for us. For the connection manager name, enter the sample flat file source data. So it says select and browse. So if you look at the first part of our lesson here, let's look at the first part of our lesson here, which is how to create, let's look at this here. Okay, let's look at this here. Let's open this. So here they didn't really give us the data, they just give us an example. Say it's an example of the source data. So this is how the data look like, but they didn't really give us the data in this particular lesson here. So what you can do is just come here, highlight this and right click it. Someone has done us a big favor by putting the data on his GitHub repository. So you can just come here and all you do is just download this. So let's actually see it as raw. So once open it as raw, it's going to load the data for us. So we are going to actually save it. So let's save this. So I want us to choose a particular folder where we're going to save this, and I don't know, where should I put this? I want to put it where I can easily navigate all of my files. So okay, let me just go to my collection. I think I have some data analytics folders here, everything that's relating to, so let me just put it here. Let's just put it here. So this is the sample currency data.txt flat file. Just one extension that is there. So I'm going to hit save. So now we have gotten the flat file now. So here you say in the flat file connection manager dialog, for connection manager name, enter the sample flat file source connection. You understand? So let's just rename this to this. Just follow everything step by step the way it is. So we are naming this to sample flat file connection manager. So now this is select a file and specify the file properties and the file format. So actually okay, let's get the file first. So here you can see we have already downloaded the file from this. Just come to this first part here, create project in and this first part of the introductory part, this creating a project and basic package with SSIS. Just come to this place here, right click it and search for it. Then the first link that opens there, someone put this on his GitHub repo, and just go ahead and do raw and download it and save on your system. So let's close all of this that we don't need, so that we focus on just what we are here for. So here they say we'll select browse. So let's come back to this section here. We'll select this browse here. So you're going to browse through your document and select the file from its destination. That is where the file is actually located on your machine. So this is the file here, and it's actually a TXT file. Is it a TXT file? It's just a TXT file. So let's select open. So here you can see, so now we're going to check the columns. Let's check the columns and see. Let's see, everything is there. Let's see the advanced. So you can see we just have the data, we don't have the columns. There are no columns. But is there any mistake from us? Let's go and check this real quick. I just want to be sure that we are bringing in the right file. So just the way we have gotten that, we right click on it, search for this, the first link. So you can see this is data. This is how the data look like. So sorry for closing it, closing that the first times. So this is the data, and you can see you can come here and preview the data and look at it the way it is. So we have actually created a connection between the source file and the connection manager. So there are no columns for this data. So we're going to see how we're going to change the columns as we proceed. So just click. Before that, let's come and read the instruction. I want us to follow the instructions in the video. So here you say in the open dialog box, locate the sample flat file, you see .txt on your system, clear the column names in the first data row checkbox. So let's come here and we clear the column names. So we're going to clear this, so we don't want it to add any column names. So they say set locale-sensitive properties. They say in the flat file connection manager editor, select general, set the local to English United States, and code to this. So I think this has already been set automatically for us. This is set to this, but the English is actually set to United Kingdom. So let's change it back to United States, and see we should the code page, we should put it to this. and I think that's already selected that for us. So let's check again and see. So rename the columns in the flat file connection manager. So in the flat file connection manager editor dialog box, select advanced. In the property and make the following changes. So here we're going to change the, we didn't add default columns, so they're going to change the column to this here: average rate, current currency ID, the currency date, and the end of day rate. So let's come back here to advanced. So you can see we already have 4 columns here. So we want to change in the columns name to this. So this is how you do it. Let's come here, copy this. That's for the first column. The first column, we're going to, there's the first column, the one of column 0. Just highlight that and paste this. Just remove that dot. So come to column 2. Column 2 say we should change this. We should change this to this. That's for column 1, I mean. Then the column 2. The column 2 now. The column 2, we're changing to currency date. We're changing to currency date. Then the last column now. The last column now will now be the end of day rate. End of day rate. So we'll highlight that and paste this. So we'll have this, and that. So that being done, I told you we have about 4 this in here. So we're now to the last part now. The last part now is changing the data types and all that. So you see, by default, all of the 4 columns are initially set to a string data type. Are you seeing it? With an output column width of 50. So let's confirm this. Of course, with output column width of 50, and all of them are set to a string data type. So here we want to change all of that back into this here. We change that back into this here because we're going to, if you look at the destination, this is the destination columns. This is where we are putting it, and the destination columns we have, we are looking up keys from different columns. So in the fact currency rate table, the average rate columns there has a float, and in the dim currency table, the currency alternate key has a non-character days. So we're going to change this back to match all of this here. So but here you can see we're asked to change the currency ID from this back to this. So initially it was this here, the currency ID, it was this here. So we are changing this from this back to this. So and the date, to change this, we're changing it from this back to this, from this DT date to DT database date. So let's just do that real quick. So here we're going to come to the first, which is the average rate. The average rate is float DT underscore R4. So let's come back here. The average rate is going to be, just click here, you see a drop down. Let's expand this so that we can see it very well. So we are changing this, you see a drop down, and we are looking for a DT underscore R4. You see date, DT underscore R4. You may be seeing it, but I may not be seeing it. I don't know whether I'm tired, whether I need a break. Oh no, I don't know. So DT underscore R4. Where are you? So look at it here. We're changing it back to DT underscore R4. So which is a float. Then the currency ID. The currency ID, we are asked to change it from this to string DT this. So let's go back here. Let's come to this and let's go to string. It should be down, right? Or up. Am I tired? It seems I need a break. String, I think this is this, right? Unicode string DT this. So let's check it and see. Of course, Unicode string, then this. So and I think that's all. Okay, it's the currency date to actually from this to database date. We're changing it from this database date. So that's the currency date, so that you can match with the dim table. So the currency date, we're changing it from this to currency. I think that was like an update to make sure it match database date. Look at database here, database date. I think that's that. Let's confirm it again and see if you are right. Database date, yes, that's true. Then the end date rate is just float DTR4. I think that was same thing with the first average rate. So I'm gonna change this to string. Is this string or float? It's float, I'm sorry. So it's float, it's float, it's not string. So let's come here and look for float. So there you go. So after that, let's see, as that is okay, then we'll select okay. So let's hit okay. That was not easy, but here you can see we have created a flat file source connection manager, which is going to bring in our data. And let me walk you guys through again so that you can see. At first we picked the folder, we changed this to United States, and we came here, we previewed, we changed our column name at first. Then after that we now change the data types so that it's going to match with the tables in which we are putting it. So if I preview my data now, you can see my data now has the average rate, the currency ID, the current date, and the end of date. So if you're confused in any way at all, just go ahead and drop your question in the comment section. And for this part of the video, that will be all. Just go ahead again and take a cup of coffee, stretch your legs. You can even take a day off if you're kind of feeling warm out, and come back again for the third part, and I'll be right here waiting for you. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, and also share this video with your loved ones. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed.